could we seize the opportunity that AI solutions provide for actually bridging and marrying the concept of productivity and well-being? Is there a possibility for us to be productive but feel well at the same time? This curiosity led me to work on a framework. And this is not a framework that we're using in Microsoft. It's based on a lot of the internal discussions we have, and I'm aiming to use it in my future work. The framework has 6 dimensions, and I have very intentionally kept the framework very simple, because over the years I've learned that the more complex tools and frameworks and methods you develop, the harder it is for product teams to digest and implement them. Time is limited, and scope and focus is always limited. And along the same note, I have chosen to not create any grading or rating systems for the dimensions, because it's very difficult to do so in an objective way. Most importantly is that product teams across the disciplines discuss these dimensions and really think through them, that we have deep reflections. And the framework doesn't offer solutions, it just calls out what we need to think through, because there's no solution that fits all in this world. It's super contextual and it's very complex. This framework is meant for designers working in interdisciplinary teams, product teams, but it's also very useful when you're creating user research, because it gives pointers to the kind of things you should probe for and look for when you're having conversations with potential future users of your technology. And the framework looks at everything from the viewpoint of the user. As a user, when I engage with AI technology, I want to feel in control. As we talked about, these systems will get it wrong, and we need to have a human in the loop that can catch and control potential errors. I need to be able to trust that the system won't do anything without my awareness and authorization, and that I have the information I need to make good decisions. It's great that the technology can help and guide me, but it can't take over. I still need to feel a certain amount of autonomy. And it's easy to talk about this in terms of extreme cases, medical cases, self-driving cars. We all heard about them. But think about something as simple as emails. It's great to have an AI system that can clean up your inbox and maybe even answer some easy-to-answer emails. But if the system starts replying to emails in a way that doesn't resonate with you and doesn't reflect good back at you, that would be devastating, no matter what type of job you have. So even for something as simple as that, we need to know that we're in control. As a user, I need to feel safe. I need to be able to know how my data is stored, handled, secured, and shared. I need to know that my privacy is respected, and that is clear what I have consented to. Sometimes that can be very, very difficult to read all these terms and conditions, which are just page after page after page. And that I understand and know how I can easily opt in and out of whatever I have consented to. And that I understand the risks and shortcomings of the technology and know how to mitigate those. So that's the reason why Bing Chat always provides references and invites users to check them out and click on them, because we know that Bing Chat will hallucinate once in a while and give you references that are not correct. I also want the technology to help me feel supercharged, that I experience mastery and that my abilities are boosted so I can do my finest work. And I want to be offloaded of mundane tasks as long as I still feel in control, so I can redirect my energy to where it's more useful. But what if the system could also not just do things for me, but also teach me new skills? For example, instead of just rewriting text for me, could it also potentially help me become a better writer? And can the technology help me grow both as a professional and as a human being? For example, one thing is to create a system for managing a project and help me stay on top of everything and really have overview of all the moving parts. That's super great. But what if the system could also help me understand when and how to praise someone, how to make sure that everyone feels seen and valued? That would help me grow as a colleague, but also as a human being. I want the system to inspire me, that it boosts my creativity and helps me see solutions I wasn't aware of before and hadn't thought about. But also, could the tech invite me to co-create with it? Angel mentioned DALL-E and Midjourney, and those are great examples, both of them, where you create prompts and the AI generates beautiful artwork, and then you can iterate on your prompts and co-create with the technology. And you know, before, in a lot of domains, there were quite a high entry barrier and steep learning curve for doing things like, for example, image and video editing. You had to really spend time on learning these advanced softwares and tools before you could do great work. Now, it's becoming much easier through AI solutions. You still need to learn to use them and create good prompts, but it's much easier. So it's becoming also more easy to be creative. I want the technology to help me feel connected, that I understand what's going on in the org, that I know who knows what, who are subject matter experts that I can connect with and ask for help. And I need to also be able to see how my work fits into the larger picture and generates impact. And could the technology help me develop deeper connections? For example, could it help me see what I have common with people I haven't met before? Could it help me see what could be nice icebreakers? This would make it easier to reach out to people you don't know and also find common ground. As an individual, I also need to feel cared for. And could AI solutions help me understand what I need, so it reminds me when I need to rest, recharge, or should ask for help and support? And can it help me find a work-life balance and maintain it in a way that works for me as an individual? Now, it's not given that any AI tool we create have to fulfill all these 6 dimensions. But if we're creating something which is geared towards productivity, we still should keep these 6 dimensions as stretch goals. It should be something we drive towards and really push for. Because in the end, it's all up to us. It's up to us here in this room to think through what type of future do we want. I believe that there is a future where productivity and well-being can coexist at the same time and could be supported through the same tools. But it's really up to us as designers, as product developers, and user researchers to think about what type of future do we want to strive for and really help through our abilities as creators, and what type of future do we also want for our future generations. Thank you.